Hey, everybody. It's me, Queenie Brown. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live reading of the Self Love Lessons. 7 lessons every woman must learn about herself and the power of womanhood. I'm excited today. We have a special guest. I'll hold that for a few minutes. But before we do, I want to bring you back up to speed on what we've been doing thus far. First of all, I'm Queenie Brown. I'm your host, and I'm also the author of the Self Love Lessons, along with I'm also the author of the Mother Daughter Journal. And it is a faith based interactive mother's mentorship tool designed to build and heal the mother daughter bond. You can go to www.themotherdaughterjournal.com and learn more. Get your copy for each of your daughters, and then also get one as a gift and bless another mother and daughter. All right, so we have been talking about the self love lessons, and we've been going into detail on lesson number 3, which is know who you are not, and how to never forget. You can go to www.queeniebrown.com to download your free copy from My Heart to Yours and join the readings. So if you've missed any up to now, make sure that you go to my YouTube channel at The Queenie Brown, and you can catch up on the replays. It's a playlist. And if you've missed any of them, start at the beginning. It is a powerful journey that I'm sure you are not going to want to miss. And then after we do our readings each day, we retreat to the Mother Love community where we get a little bit more meat off the bone. And that's where we are having a private, women's only, honest conversation about womanhood, motherhood, spirituality, parenting, etc. So, we are talking about knowing who you are and who you are not, and how to never forget. And a couple of days ago, we talked a little bit about your identity. And so, I want to bring this back to your remembrance as we do our reading today. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. But before I do, I'm going to bring on our special guest today. As I begin the reading, my special guest is going to join me. And this guest is my miracle number 1. This is Chloe Brown. Come on over. Chloe is my firstborn 10-year-old, almost 11-year-old daughter. And she's going to join me in my reading today. She's excited. She's been wanting to join me. And so today we're going to give her a chance to read along with us. Okay, so we're going to get started. The Woman in the Mirror. Now, you guys are going to join me on page number 257. I'm going to get started and then Chloe's going to join in. All right. The Woman in the Mirror. This revelation was taught by my spiritual father, Pastor Creflo Dollar, and I'd be remiss if I didn't teach it the same way that he did. So after all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Okay, so when you look in the mirror, who do you see? You do not see the real you. Instead, you see a reflection of merely one part of yourself, your physical body. But remember your true identity. You are a spirit. Yeah. Since spiritual things go with spiritual things, and you, like God, are a spirit, you need a spiritual mirror to see the real you. John 4:24 says, God is a spiritual being, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth or reality. The only thing that is spiritual in this physical world is the word of God. John 6:63 says, it is the spirit who gives life. He is the life giver. The flesh conveys no benefit whatsoever. There's no profit in it. The words, truth, that I have been speaking to you are spirit and life. To believe with your heart means believing and agreeing with your spirit, not believing and agreeing with your body. Your physical body was designed to believe or agree with your senses. It believes what your eyes see, what your ears hear, what your nose smells, and what you touch and feel. We were made this way so that we are able to function in this physical realm. You ready? Here we go. Just read. You're good.
However, the real you was designed to delight in, agree with, and believe only the word of God. For I endure and delight in the law of God, in my inmost self, with my new nature. Romans 7:22. That means even though your senses tell your body one thing, your spirit only believes the truth. That is in the Word of God. That's why it's so important to read the Word of God and renew your mind with it, so that your mind, your soul, or soul agrees with your spirit and not your body. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may improve what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans 12:2, King James Version.
Well done. I've decided that I'm not going to believe what my body feels, what my body sees, or what my body hears. I'm going to believe the word of God, regardless of what my body picks up with its sensory mechanisms. So when I feel pain in my body, I believe that by his stripes I was healed, as Isaiah 53:5 says. When I see financial lack in my life, I'm convinced that my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory, based on Philippians 4:19. When I hear from within me that I'm not worthy of the blessings of God, I'm reminded that God loved me so much, even when I was at my worst, that he made the ultimate sacrifice for me. He gave his one and only son so that I would be blessed. John 3:16. Our goal needs to be to separate our spiritual self from our physical body in our minds. Pastor Dollar, when teaching us this vital message about our identity, made a very good yet comical point that I just have to share with you. What does a mirror tell you? It tells you when something is totally out of order, right? When an adjustment needs to be made, or when everything is right and tight. When you look in a physical mirror to see your physical body, because physical things, well, you look in a physical mirror to see your physical body because physical things go with physical things. Can you imagine living for the next 3 months without looking in the mirror? If you didn't check yourself out for a whole month, you would be a hot mess. Likewise, without looking into your spiritual mirror, you have no idea how jacked up you are from a spiritual perspective. Since the physical mirror shows you an accurate, although opposite reflection of your physical body, what mirror provides that same benefit for your spirit? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1. The Word of God is your spiritual mirror. It reveals the real you and God in you, and the you that God intends for you to understand and embrace and step boldly into. I have said you are God's, and all of you are children of the Most High. Psalms 82:6. Jesus answered, "It is not written, and is it not written in your law, you are God's?" John 10:34. Please notice that when Jesus proclaimed that we are children of the Most High God's, are also God's. Hang on, let me read that again because I want you to make sure you get this. Please note that when Jesus proclaimed that we, the children of the Most High God, are also God's, the Bible uses the lowercase g in reference to us. That implies that we are not the Almighty, but we are made in his image, which makes us God's too. Did you get that? When Jesus said that he is King of Kings and Lord of Lords, we are the kings and lords that he is King and Lord over. Revelation 17:14 says, "They will wage war against the Lamb, and the Lamb will triumph over them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and those with him and are on his side are the chosen and called, elect, and loyal and faithful followers." That's Revelation 17:14. I hope you see how vital it is to that you get more intimately connected with your spiritual mirror so that you're clearly discerning the real you more and more each day. You are far more powerful than you realize, and renewing your mind on a daily basis will help you become more connected and intertwined with the reality of your true identity and the power that the real you wields.
Thank you. After all, Jesus did say that we would do greater works than he ever did. In order to step into that reality, you have to begin by learning, then knowing the real you at your innermost core. I assure you, most solemnly,
solemnly,
solemnly, I tell you, if anyone steadfastly believes in me, he will himself be able to do the things that I do, and he will do even greater things than these, because I go to the Father. John 14:12. Keep looking in your spiritual mirror so that you will make your way prosper, prosper,
prosperous.
prosperous, and have good success. And this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe and do according to all that is written in it. For they you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall deal wisely and have good success. Joshua 1:8.
Thank you, guest speaker, guest reader. I appreciate that today. Um, so today we talked about your loving the woman in the mirror. And in order to love the woman in the mirror, you have to be able to see the woman in the mirror. And the woman in the mirror is not that physical version of you that we see when we look at ourselves. That woman in the mirror is that spiritual powerhouse that's living on the inside of you, that is holding the power of God, that is wielding the power of love, forgiveness, kindness, gentleness, and all the fruits of the spirit that live on the inside of us. And we get to allow that to bleed forth and lead us in our relationships and lead us in the way that we should go, because God says that love is the goal, right? To operate in the fullness of love and to give love and show love in all these different directions. So it starts with loving the whole woman that's looking back at you in the mirror. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you helping me with my reading. Do you have any words you want to share about today's reading? Did it bless you in any way?
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell why?
Well, I found something. I just don't remember. What is it up here?
You don't have to.
Oh, yeah.
You do? Okay.
So it shows, well, it said on page 259 in the very top, it says, since a physical mirror shows you can assert inaccurate, although opposite reflection of your physical body, what mirror provides the same benefit for your spirit? I learned that only a mirror can, it only shows one part of you, and it only shows your physical side, and it doesn't really show what's in you inside of you. It just shows the outside, which doesn't matter as much. It only matters how much is on the inside.
Well, very good. Somebody was paying attention. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for joining us today for our reading of the self-love lessons with our special guest, my miracle number one. Y'all don't may or may not know this, but they told me I would never have babies, and this is a miracle for real. And so I'm grateful for it. She's one of two that came in a set. All right. So thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you. I hope it blessed you. And then tomorrow we're going to get even further. We're going to talk a little bit more on identity. Now, those of you who have been watching and paying attention to the story from the very beginning, when we talked about Kate goes back in. Tomorrow we're going to have more insight in her conversation with God. It's going to go a little bit deeper. So I'm excited. Yeah, Kate's story is really amazing. So I invite you to join me. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. And I look forward to joining you tomorrow. God bless you. And now we're going to retreat to the Mother Love community and get a little bit more meat off this bone. So join us over there. God bless y'all. Take good care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks again. I love you.